What's going on, guys? It's your boy Carson here, back with a brand new video, and in today's exciting video, we're washing a car using my favorite products. Let's jump into it. Alrighty, and we're using products that I use from all sorts of different brands. Of course, there's gonna be a ton of different brands since I don't just stick to one brand. Now, these are gonna showcase and highlight my favorite brands and my favorite products that I'm currently using. Of course, these can change throughout the year, but at this current time, these are my top favorite products right now that I use, of course, on my own personal cars and in my own personal side business. Now, for today's vehicle, it is not super dirty at all. It's just very dusty, and this is probably the last time I'm going to detail this car. As some of you guys were aware, my car was listed on carsandbids.com as I'm ready to move on and get something a little bit different. At the time of recording this, we're in the process of getting it sold, meaning I'm not too sure if it's going to sell yet or if it's going to be for sale yet. Now, I'll throw a little note here. If it's sold or not, I'm not sure. Now, the car was just a little dusty and there was a few spots that I wanted to tackle before it hits the transport truck. Now, I could have just rinseless washed this, but the weather in Boise here in February was actually holding up pretty good for us. So I'm gonna, of course, hit it with a foam wash. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get everything set up and start with the wheels. All right, guys, welcome to the wheel section here. Now, this is, I've told you guys, this is one of my favorite sections, cleaning a vehicle, because you get immediate satisfaction. Now, of course, these wheels aren't super dirty by any means, but of course they're white wheels with Brembo brake, they immediately get dirty. And you can see there's a ton of brake dust just from here, and then this is a like crab tree. I don't know, something there. So I'm gonna make sure I get that cleaned, but some brake dust here. So let's go ahead and rinse these off. All right, and the pre-rinse did take care of course, like 90% of that, so we won't have to use a ton of wheel cleaner here. Now, you can see, again, a ton of brake dust is gone, but I am just gonna lightly dust it with the wheel cleaner just to see if anything does pop up. For the rest of the wheels, since they are very similar to this, I might just hit it with just Brake Buster. Looking at the rest of the wheel, it looks, of course, really good. I did go ahead and put about 20 mils of Shampoo Plus in my bucket here as extra lubrication for that. Now, for the chemicals I'm using today, I use Armor Detail Supply Wheel Cleaner. This is my go-to wheel cleaner. I use it on almost everything. Armor Detail Supply Tire Cleaner. Now, this is diluted 2-to-1, and this is a pretty strong dilution, but I found this is one of the best dilutions for it. And then finally, we have Starna Gloss Glat. This is a rinse aid. I did purchase a ton of this from the rag company here, of course, and it's perfect for your wheels as kind of a rinse aid. It has a light bit of protection to help with the drying process, of course. It's not gonna last a long time by any means, but it will help with the drying process, of course, and of course for the next time. You guys saw when I rinsed it off, it has quite a bit of protection just from this. These wheels are not coated. We're gonna go ahead and start with our tire cleaner here, let this work. Now, these tires itself never brown for me. I don't know why, they just never do. So I'm not expecting any browning from that, but I'm gonna let that work here. Again, I'm gonna go a light dusting of the wheel cleaner. Don't really wanna waste it on here. That's probably plenty. And then in the barrels there, perfect. I'm gonna let that work here for just a few seconds, let the wheel cleaner do its work while it breaks down any iron contamination, any fallout in there. Tire cleaner is gonna do the same thing. As you can see, it's clinging to the surface. Slight bit of iron in there, which is good. Nothing too crazy. Of course, you can really see it on the rotor. Now, for my wheel processes, I do utilize Brake Buster straight in the foam cannon. There's a light dusting on there, and since we got it all over the car, I don't like to have it on the car. I'm gonna go ahead and start scrubbing. I've got my Detail Factory tire brush, scrubbing the tires here. Again, I'm really just doing this just to get the tire dressing off. I've kind of changed my process up a bit. I would go ahead and start with the face now, the wheel face, rather than jumping straight into the barrels. Just kind of experimenting, always changing stuff. These wheels in particular like to hide a bunch of gunk in here. Make sure I hit that with the wheel mitt. Now this is the Rag Company wheel mitt, of course. Use that to get behind the spokes too. Now I've got my easy detail brush and I'm hitting in the barrels here. Going very light pressure because they don't really need a ton of pressure by any means. And finally, I have my Detail Factory Mini tri-grip brush just to get the lug nuts. Center cap. I'll hit the caliper sometimes with this brush, or I will hit it with the wheel mitt. It's good to go. Alrighty, now we're ready for our Starnagloss Glat. Now again, this is a rinse aid, and I do kind of saturate this pretty dang heavy. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let that sit here for about 30 seconds to a minute. Sweet, it's been about 30 seconds or so. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this off now. So I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the process for the rest of the wheels here, and I will see you guys back when we're ready for some foam. Alrighty, and now of course it's time to foam the car down. Now this doesn't need a decon soap and then of course a pH neutral soap or anything like that. Went ahead and pre-rinsed it and it's not looking bad at all. Now I'm going to go ahead and utilize Armor Detail Supply Shampoo Plus, and funny enough it's in a Coach Chemie bottle. I'm going to go ahead and utilize about 100 mils here in my PF22 foam cannon, so I'm just measuring that here. A little above, but who's counting? Anyways, let's go ahead and foam this guy down. We'll utilize our contact wash here. That would be pretty dang good. gonna go ahead and throw a quick layer of protection, because as you can see here, there are some storm clouds coming and I don't want to be caught in those. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw some quick protection on the top of the surface. So we're gonna go with a little bit of Protector Wax by Coach Chemi and just throw it on the top there. Honestly, this stout doesn't really need a topper. It's performing really well. We're almost around a year with this coating on, and it's been performing really great. So I'm super happy with it. Go about 30 mils or so, and then pour it into our foam can. We're only gonna do about a half a batch here, because I can work pretty quick around the surface. Alrighty, and final step here is to hit it with some spot-free water. Now I'm using the CR Spotless, the DIW 20B. I'm gonna quickly rinse this off. Now I don't have to use the spot-free water on this step, but it's just saving a little bit of time, as you can see, since we have the storm cloud coming in. Alrighty, so rinsing is done. Now I'm gonna take my Ear Pro and of course my Ego blower. This is the 765 here with the stubby nozzle. Go ahead and blow majority of the water off of the surface, and then I'll hit it with my towel. So let's go ahead and do that now. Sweet, so I've got the pink M22 here by the Rag Company. Now this is gonna be such an overkill towel for this car, as it is 95% of the way dry. And that's exactly what I am trying to accomplish when, blow drying the car. I'm not trying to get it fully 100% there. I still wanna put a towel on it and still kind of do some final touches. All right, so drying the car is complete. Now I'm gonna just touch up the wheels here. I typically take my blower one more time just to get in the cracks and crevices, especially when I'm gonna apply tire dressing immediately. Of course, you don't wanna have the tires wet when you're applying tire dressing. I'm gonna hit the tire first and flip my towel around here, and of course, then get to the wheel itself. Perfect, looking good. Everything is all done. Final touches here is gonna be tire dressing. Now I have a ton of favorite tire dressings, but I'm currently out of my favorite tire dressing. I have a couple. Now, favorite sprayable tire dressing's gotta be full send, but I don't full send these wheels because it doesn't make sense. But applicator applied dressing is going to be Armor Detail Supply Tire Plus. It's just perfect. But unfortunately I'm out of that right now. So we're gonna go with my second favorite, which is gonna be Obsessed Garage Tire Dressing. This honestly is really nice as well. It just leaves a little less of a shine, which is good. But I've been really liking this recently. So we're going with this, Obsessed Garage Tire Dressing today. And we were just using one of these cheap pads here, nothing crazy. Just apply this guy in here. And I like to apply this outside. And then I will typically take a towel with me, but I forgot one, and just run a quick line around Personally, my favorite applicator is gonna be these like super cheap foam applicators. I think they just fit in there so much better than some of the other traditional applicators. But yeah, guys, I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. I had a super fun time making it and just kind of reminiscing on some old times with this car. And again, it may be the last time I washed the car, but kind of seeing what I use on a normal detail. Of course, there's so many products out there, and these are my current favorites, and that is always changing. So of course you can use whatever you'd like, but again, these are my current favorites at this moment in time. And I have so many products and so many things that you can use, but these are my favorites that I'm using right now. And I may reach for something different when it's a different car. But other than that, guys, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to press the like button, subscribe down below if you did like this content. I would really, really appreciate it. If you're on mobile, make sure to press the hype button. It helps smaller channels like me here get a little bit more publicity and helps us get into the limelight a little bit more. If you did see a product that you like and you'd like to purchase it, make sure to check them out with the links down below. They do give me a small commission and helps the channel with some of the projects like this. But yeah, guys, I would really appreciate it if you did support the channel in any way that you could. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.